there's this guy in the comments of my last post who's basically saying that the post was like overly verbose and unnecessarily long. I think I think the guy's just a fucking troll, but I do think that it's something I think a lot about, right? Like, I don't want to be unnecessarily complicated, pretty much ever. Like, that's not my goal. I think that if you complicate things more so than they need to be in order to explain, like, the vital details of the point, I think that you're actually doing your audience a disservice. I think, like, you want to keep things as simple as possible. The trick is you want things to be as simple as possible, also retaining all, like, the relevant information, right? Like, I want to really analyze the whys. I want to go deep into the whys on, like, why something functions, right? But a lot of jiu-jitsu coaches, they want what they're saying to be really complicated, because it's not so much about, like, conveying the information as effectively as possible, but it's also about, like, branding, right? Like, when you can convince people that, the fairly simple jiu-jitsu concepts you're talking about are actually, like, it's esoteric wisdom that only, like, magic jiu-jitsu wizards can understand. It's good for your brand, because then, people are going to want to listen to you more. People who think that people that, like, deep down they want, like, a jiu-jitsu guru, right? So they're going to listen to you more. That's not my goal. Like, it's really not. Like, if it was, I wouldn't be making these stories right now. So if you guys ever find that I'm wording something in a way that you would consider to be, like, unnecessarily verbose, definitely feel free to, like, tell me, right? As long as it's constructive criticism, I'm not gonna be offended by it whatsoever. But at the same time, I'm not gonna dumb down what I'm saying to, like, appease idiots. It's always a balance between, like, getting all of the relevant information, like, really pursuing something to its, like, depth, right? But, like, not overcomplicating it, right? Like, I don't actually think jiu-jitsu is that complicated. Like, I really don't. I think that there are a lot of very simple concepts which they intersect a lot, and like I mentioned this in an earlier story today, you need to, like, understand how all these, I think, relatively simple concepts intersect, and then when you do, you understand, like, different important insights about jiu-jitsu. And I don't know, maybe sometimes maybe it can seem complicated, but I think when you really grasp it, it's not that complicated.